For 2 consecutive months, I was able to become a top Bolt food delivery courier. And that's for the month of April and for the month of May. And as a sign of appreciation, the Bolt Food team reached out. They sent me this text and told me, yo, you know what, MK, we really appreciate your collaboration and your hard work. And they have something special. Made it in time, bro. Yes, sir. So we are here, guys, at Eden Square. We're going to collect our prize. And so guys, I'm going to show you the merch. They actually sent the MK some merch. They sent me some merch and I'm going to show you guys what they actually sent out. And the first thing on the list we have what do we have? Okay, the first thing on the list we have a reflector jacket which they branded. We have a branded reflector jacket from Bolt Food. Yes, there, it's a new one. Yeah, it's all branded Bolt Food. Yeah, it's all Bolt Food branded. And the second thing they sent out, it's a first aid kit. I mean, how cool is that? I was wondering, like, how do I put it on? Should I put it like on the waist or across the chest like this? I mean, it's pretty awesome. And let's see what they have inside. The first aid kit, okay. Just the normal first aid kit stuff. Yeah, some scissors, some tongs, some bandages. This is actually pretty cool. This is a jacket for like it's a rescue blanket jacket, like the ones in the movies after that they use in ambulances. And we have some bandage in case you break your freaking arm. And what else? I think that's basically it, and some band-aids. And the last but not least, but actually my favorite part of the merch that they sent me. Ta-da! Yo, Money Gang, check this out. It is so new. I haven't worn it a single day, and I didn't pay for this stuff. It came free of charge right out of Bolt Food offices. So I'm gonna put this on. You know what, guys? Let me put it on correctly. Let me put it on correctly. Where is that thing? I usually have like a balaclava that goes on right on top of my head. A balaclava like that. And then just to cover you from the dust on the road. And then I have this one. And then I have you, the freaking I mean, how cool is that? Big shout out, big appreciation to the Bolt Food team for sending out all this merch. I mean, bro, this is so cool. Yeah, so that's actually what happens when you become a top courier at Bolt Food. They usually appreciate their couriers, and that's really nice. I haven't seen that on Glovo or Uber Eats. So for the 2 months, they sent those items twice, though unfortunately for the second time it was kind of they were quite disorganized, and I didn't get the second helmet. So it is what it is. But the main thing here is just about the money and getting the money from these deliveries. So in this video, we're going to talk about whether or not, like, is it really worth it working for Bolt Food as a courier? We're actually going to look at five things about Bolt Food. So 5 important things. The first one, we're going to talk about the monthly gross, what you can expect to get by the end of the month working for Bolt Food full time as a courier. And these results, I'm going to base them from a work schedule that actually starts at 11 a.m. till 9:30 p.m. in the evening. So that's about 10 hours. Yeah, 10 hours every day, including Sundays. The second thing that we're going to look at, we're going to look at the perks, the other things, the other benefits that you get when you are working as a Bolt Food courier. You feel me? The third thing that we're going to look at, we're going to look at the cons, the bad things, the pain in the ass of working with Bolt Food. So make sure you tuned in. The fourth thing that we're going to look at is the pay rate comparison. We're going to compare the pay rates of Bolt Food with other food delivery apps. And last but not least, we're going to check out the sustainability. You feel me? Like, if it's really worth it, if Bolt Food actually makes us hard, if it actually turns us on. You feel me? So if you want to learn about Bolt Food, make sure you watch this video till the very end, because we're going to go into those things. My name is Itsmarende. I talk about how to make money online and offline. Yeah, and let's get right on to it. Let's go. Okay guys, you can expect to get a monthly gross of 19k, and that means 7 deliveries per day on average, which is 130 deliveries per month, with a pay rate of at least, the least that you can get paid for this deliveries is 120 shillings per delivery on average, and the total distance that you have covered, 233 kilometers. 233 kilometers. Yeah, so I did that on a bike, and that's what I got. I got my 19k gross working with Bolt Food for that particular month. And on a good day, guys, you can make 1,277 shillings, and on a bad day you can make 296 shillings. I mean, I don't know what I was doing on that day, but it was a really bad day. Okay, we're going to talk about the perks. What are the good things that you get? What are the good things that you get when you're working with Bolt Food? And the first one, guys, is the merch. Yeah, they send you merch. They appreciate you guys. They show appreciation to their couriers. They sent out this helmet. And guys, you know, if I wanted a helmet, I could have paid like from 1,000, maybe 2,000 shillings for a helmet. But now I have a helmet that I got free of charge from Bolt Food. So that's one of the perks, one of the advantages of working with Bolt Food. And the second one is the cash balance allowance. So when you're working with Bolt Food, you can take up to 2,400. Just don't let your cash balance exceed 2,500. It is going to affect the number of orders you can get to fulfill. So make sure your cash balance does not go above 2,500. Yeah, so if you let's say just want a little bit of money to do something important, maybe you want to send your mom a little bit of money, you can take up to 2,400. That's safe. You can, yeah, and use it. Maybe you want to pay a utility bill, maybe you want to send you want to buy something nice for yourself. So working with Bolt Food, you have that cash balance allowance, 2,400, 2,500. Don't let it go above 2,500. Yeah, get to work on your own schedule, and that's amazing. If I decide like maybe today I don't feel like working, I can just slip in and watch Netflix, guys. Nobody's going to call me and be like, yo, MK, what the fuck, get back to work. No, nobody is going to do that because I'm my own freaking boss. And the other advantage of working for Bolt Food, low operational cost. I actually use about 45 shillings, 30 shillings for the 500 MB that expires at midnight, and 10 shillings for minutes for calling the customers and making sure they are where they say they are. Yeah, so low operational cost. And the other thing, good customer service support, good customer support. Like when you have encountered a problem during the deliveries and you call for backup, you there's a button where you press and the customer support, they reach back to you, they call you like almost immediately. They they are so supportive, guys. They are like the best. I haven't in the previous past experienced that with the other apps like Uber Eats and Glovo, but for Bolt Food, they are like the best, the most supportive, and yeah, there are people like me and you, and they are the best, guys. And the last but not least are the rejected orders. When you have a rejected order, let's say you have picked up an order from a fast food restaurant, and you've read the customer's place, you've looked for the customer, you've made sure the customer is not there at all. Then you call the you reach out to the customer support, and what usually happens is you're supposed to dispose of the order. You take the pictures of the food, chick 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 chick. You take the pictures of the food that you're going to discard, and then you upload it to the app, and so that we can document, you can take account of what actually really happened. So what happened, guys, is the amount that you're supposed to receive from the customer, it goes to their arrears. So you won't be owing Bolt Food. It will be the customer who canceled that order who will have to pay for the discarded fast food. And what happens, guys, is you're left with the food. You can decide to devour the food, you can decide to throw it away, but mostly we take the food and deconstruct it. We like throw a small party. Yeah. We usually like we it's usually a pretty a pretty enjoyable experience. But yeah, just make sure you're not doing anything fraudulent to make that happen. Yeah, it's always good to respect your work, and yeah, it is what it is. The challenges that you might face when working for Bolt Food. Okay, the first challenge that you might experience when delivering for Bolt Food is the wrong delivery address, especially female customers. What? They do that every single time. They just sometimes they don't put the pin correctly. Sometimes they still have the delivery address from a previous place that they were. So when you've reached there and you've told them like you're at the location, they're like, what, where are you? Like maybe you're lost or something. They make you feel like you don't know what you're doing. So what I usually do before I leave the fast food restaurant, I usually call up the customer first just to make sure that they are at the location that they say they are. Of which, if they are not, I usually tell them to send me the pin, to drop the pin, to drop the pin, so that I can follow the pin up to where they are. I usually do this through WhatsApp. So they send me their pin through WhatsApp, and I slide to their location, and yeah, I make the delivery. App issues. You make 1, 2 deliveries, the app crashes. You try to open it, it does not open, it hangs for like 1 2 3 minutes. You have to like restart your phone like 2 3 times during the day in order to continue making these deliveries, and it's really annoying. Sometimes you receive an order, and when you hit the app so that you can accept the order, it completely decides not to open, and it just and that results to you missing on that order. Yeah, and that reduces your acceptance rate and your earnings. It's really a pain in the ass, I must say. Bold Food, if you're watching this, try your best to improve this app. I've not seen other apps crashing. Apps like Glovo, apps like Uber Eats, they don't crash. What the fuck, bro? Yeah, you have to work on that. It's obvious. Bold Food, it's really good, but it has fewer deliveries compared to other apps like Glovo, especially Glovo or Jumia. Glovo has a lot of orders, like order after order after order. But with Bold Food, you have to wait like 1 2 3 hours. If you're lucky, the deliveries are not that many, to be honest. Especially if you're operating on a suburban area. Yeah, so it's really it's really tricky. So when you have a cash balance that's at 2,400, for example, 2,499, I noticed that I would receive less orders to fulfill compared to someone who has a lower cash balance, somebody who has like 1,000 or 900 shillings in cash balance in debt. So it's really important to make sure you have the least amount of cash balance on your app. Otherwise, you won't receive as many orders as everybody else. It's that it's that serious. Okay, for the month of April, guys, I made Bold Food a total of 87k, and I only got to keep 19k. So it means you only get to keep 1/5 of everything. And that's pretty low, to be honest. They get to keep 4/5 and you only get to keep 1/5 of everything. I mean, about money, it's not about how much you make. It's about how much you get to keep, and 1/5, it's pretty low, to be honest. Last but not least, the earnings are not fixed. So if I say you can expect to get 19k by the end of the month, you might get slightly lower or slightly higher, because it depends on the demographics. It depends on the occasions that are going to happen on that month. It's going to depend on the time of the month. Is it end month when people have been paid, or the middle of the month? Is it December? Is it February? Is it January? There are a lot of factors that come to play when it comes to your earnings. The pay rate comparison. Guys, I can say the pay rate at Bold Food, it's pretty good, but I've seen higher pay rates. Yeah. So I wouldn't like really gas you up that the pay rate at Bold Food is the highest or the best, but it's not that bad. It's okay. Yeah. So guys, bearing on the fact that it can pay for my rent, buy me food, take me to hospital when I'm not feeling okay, and I still get to keep some cash, then I am going to say it's 100% sustainable, and I would encourage you to go to the Eden Square Gardens and get yourself an account. Make sure you stay there. If you need to bribe someone, because it's 100% worth it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it to your friends and family if they'd like to know of a way of making cash. And if you'd like to learn more on how to make money, make sure to stay tuned for the next video. My name is Itsmarende, and I talk about how to make money online and offline. And if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications, because I post 2 videos every single week and you don't want to miss them. Yeah, so to the next video.